Oh my gosh, come on in, fellow pop culture aficionado.
Or our moms.
Hi, moms. And join us on the couples couch. We saved you a seat.
We're Tanner and KB Cunningham, a married couple who dish out hilarious banter and spark interesting conversation.
From the wild world of reality TV and the furthest reaches of the internet, we're here to unpack it all. So grab a snack, settle in, and let's explore the fascinating intersectional world of pop culture.
Good morning from the couples couch.
Good morning. How are you, my love?
I'm great, beautiful. How about yourself?
I'm so good. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
How you feeling?
I feel really good. How about you?
I'm good. I feel like I rested well.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to talk about the things today.
I know we have a lot of things to chat about because we were a little lax. We were traveling, as you know, from the last episode that we were traveling last week. And so we got a little behind on our TV.
Yeah, so we're behind on our TV, and honestly, we like to put out multiple episodes a day.
Yeah.
And it's a lot harder to do that when we're traveling just because the setup is completely different.
Right. The setup was different. The time zones were different. You were doing work stuff. So yeah, it was just a lot. So
yes,
it was hard, but we powered through and made it work.
We powered through and made it work, and I am excited to talk about all the things. Speaking of talk about all the things, talk about a taco.
Talk about Maria beef tacos. Our current obsessions. We are still obsessed.
Yes, and if you follow my personal Instagram, the recipe that we use is in there. But they're absolutely delicious. We'll be eating them for the next at least 2 days.
At least 2 days, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were so good tonight, and that's a really great thing about them. They honestly do get better the longer that they sit. So like tomorrow they'll be even better. Even though they were delicious tonight, they'll be 10 times better tomorrow.
No, I agree. I think they are always I always eat them the first night and go, I can't wait to have these tomorrow.
Yeah, no, totally.
Because they're just so much better.
They are. I know we need to come up with a good side for them, but
oh yeah, we haven't done that yet.
We haven't really found any good sides for them, but
yeah, we've just been eating chips and salsa. Honestly, we could make guac, but I just have not been loving the avocados. I guess it's not avocado season.
That would make sense. And if the avocados are good, the guac is never good.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
It's such it's a hard time here getting the avocados correctly.
Truly.
But yeah, we love making them. We use the low carb tortillas with them. They're so delicious. They also have lots of fiber in them. Take care of your fiber. Most Americans are extremely deficient in their fiber intake. So
true.
There's that PSA. We're a health podcast if you didn't know.
We are a health podcast. Welcome.
Yes. And speaking of health, I used my Medicaid shampoo. Got my hair washed on Sunday.
Woo.
Got everything done. So
clean scalp.
A clean scalp is a happy scalp. My scalp is clean. It had been 8 days and it was matted and it had just been through a lot with all the travel. So my hair is clean. I feel so much better.
We avoided a full snowstorm. I don't even know that we really talked about it.
We didn't talk about that. We did.
We were
avoided
super
a full snowstorm. So it snowed about 2 feet in Castle Rock while we were gone.
Yeah.
If you also saw my Instagram post, that's what that was about.
Right.
And then honestly, really glad we didn't try and fly back Friday night because it was saying flights were being diverted and people weren't getting home. So.
Oh my gosh, I didn't realize that, but I did see a Daily Mail article that said a ski town had to close. You remember
Eldorado?
Eldora or however you say it. Yeah, it closed because 40 something inches was dumped on it.
Yeah, that's so wild.
They were having avalanches. It wasn't great. So yeah.
Yeah, no, it is that is scary to think about. And we live on the second floor, so we don't have to worry about too much of stuff like that.
Just our neighbors' loud feet.
Just their loud feet. That's really about it. And then we got home and the snow removal service had already came. So yeah, we got to miss that part. So it's really just been a cold, bitter day. Sunday was cold and bitter, but the sun's supposed to be coming out today.
Yeah, today it's supposed to be warmer, so that's great. I'm excited about that. It's supposed to be up in the 50s, I think. So
I'm hoping to get outside this afternoon for a little bit.
I know, with the sun out, it'll be nice. It'll be nice.
Yes. So
we did a lot of laundry too from all of our travel. We got caught up on most of that.
Yeah, we really try to. So when we get home, in the first episode you heard today, we shared with you about some of our travel tips. The second thing we do when we get home is we try and get everything out as much as possible.
Yeah.
And it's it takes a minute.
And it's kind of annoying because you have all your stuff out, but
then we get reset a lot faster.
I agree, because if it just sits in those not the boxes, but what we took it in, it could sit there for a few days.
And it would be different if we had an extra room.
More space, exactly.
A third bedroom, that would be amazing. And that's where I'm gonna put all my travel stuff.
I was gonna say or more clothes, but that's not true. I could still wear like 14 weeks worth of clothes out of my closet and not have to ever wash any.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. All my basics were like used.
Oh, the basics, yeah, I would
like
have to wash.
literally
But
forgot. So I have one of my favorite sleep dresses is like a Skims dress, and it's like a cotton t-shirt. It's like
yeah, oh yeah.
amazing. And I had it washed and ready to go to pack. And guess who forgot it last week?
Who?
Me.
Oh,
I'm the
devastated.
forgetful Fran.
Devastated.
Yeah, I was so forgetful, forgot
Yeah.
it. And
Forgetful, forgot it.
honestly, like was re-wearing like my pajamas all week. They were so disgusting. I could not
Yeah.
wait to get home and get like fresh pajamas
PJs.
and like just like really be in my space. I couldn't wait to get home and wash my hair because I didn't bring any of the stuff to do
Put
that.
on lotion. The lotion there was garbage.
The lotion was garbage. That was like for real. Got home and like Aquaphor all the way up. I'm Aquaphor up again this morning.
I know.
Like it was so fabulous to get home for that stuff. But yeah. So basically spent all day Sunday, just like the recuperation Sunday.
Yeah.
So Sunday truly. Reset. I think Tanner's gonna actually do some like reset cleaning videos for the other business Cunningham Configuration. Shout out Cunningham Configurations for all of your home organization, cleaning, and smart lighting services.
Yeah. Shout out.
Shout out.
You want to shout out something else?
What are we shouting out?
Our one.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Shout out to you, the listener. Thank you so much. Today we got a Spotify notification that we reached over 1K listeners. We're right at
streams.
1K streams.
I was like, I'll listen.
False misinformation. No. We've had 1,000 plays though on our podcast. So thank you so much for listening, and we like appreciate you.
Yes.
And as you're doing that, please go in and rate our podcast and like it. We have lots of people that are messaging us, letting us know we're listening. Thank you so much. It's so kind and honestly encouraging because
it is.
We love doing this, and like to hear your feedback is great. And so I've got text messages from folks like over the last couple of days, or like messages like on Instagram, and honestly it just like really makes my day and makes it feel just like, you know, worth it when you're like, is anybody listening? Does anybody else enjoy this? Because if like just 3 other people enjoy it, then I'm like, I'm down to keep doing it.
No, same,
you know, hopefully like one day like 3,000, 30,000, 3 million.
Exactly,
you know?
exactly.
Like, but the 3 people right now, like,
we see you, we appreciate you.
Well, it's not actually 3. It says more, that we have about an audience of 60, I think. So
yeah,
that's like fabulous.
That's really great.
Yeah, and thank you for your 1,000 plays.
Yes.
And thanks for the people that are accidentally playing it. We appreciate you too.
We appreciate you. Please like and follow.
Yeah, please like and follow. We're on TikTok and Instagram. Coming more to YouTube soon. We're still figuring all that out because we've been traveling.
Yes.
At the Couples Couch Podcast. That is again at the Couples Couch Podcast. And we're Katie and Tanner Cunningham. Yeah.
And we are here with our...
We're here with our dog, Brooksand.
Our co-host, Brooksand.
Our co-host, he was mad at me today.
Oh, yeah. I tell them that was so funny.
Okay, so Brooks has had like a slightly like a little outer ear
let's give them an ear update because we did talk about that a couple weeks ago.
Ear.
We did.
So Brooks' ear, he was really upset with me. I cleaned it out.
Well, you can give them an overview. Yeah, I like that.
What'd you say?
I like what you were doing before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we got these like really great like medicated wipes.
Yeah.
Got that all cleared. His ear is so much better.
So much better.
And he was just hanging out with me yesterday morning. It was yesterday morning.
Right.
Yeah, Brooks was hanging out with me yesterday morning, and he was like being all rude, like irk. And I was like, whatever.
I thought he was asleep.
He was asleep.
Okay.
He got rude at me after. It's still early. Forgive me. Forgive me.
That is really fair.
So, Brooks was underneath his covers yesterday morning. He was so just like happy to be asleep, chilling. I was like, well, it's a nice time to clean his ears. Yeah. Because he's docile. Now's the time. Yeah. And easy to like work with. I cleaned his ears and like got in there, got them all good. They're looking so good. Like his ears are like matching. They're both like a lighter pink.
Right.
So like update, Brooks' ears are doing so much better. But he was so mad at me for doing that. He ran to the bedroom and got back in his bed. And went back to bed with Tanner till they got up. So that's about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Brooks was upset with me and went back to bed for an hour and a half with Tanner
and has till 10. Honestly been giving her attitude all day ever since.
Yeah. So Brooks we're like I'm 0 for 2 right now with Brooks where we are this part of the morning, so we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see
Hopefully,
how the rest of the day pans
hopefully you
out.
can turn things around.
Yeah, well, he'll get over it.
That's true.
He
Or he
knows where he
won't.
gets fed. He knows where he gets walked. He'll get over it.
That's true.
Yeah, he'll
True.
live.
That's fair. That is fair. Should we dive in?
We should dive in.
Okay, let's jump in. So we wanted to recap some TV that we've been watching because, like I had mentioned previously, we've been traveling, so we haven't gotten a chance. Over the weekend, we did watch
Summer
a
House
couple
in
of things,
Potomac.
and something that just came to me that's not even here.
What?
Mean Girls.
Oh, we watched Mean Girls.
We did.
My name is Regina George.
Yeah, I am something.
I am such a massive deal.
That's what the lyric
It's like,
is.
or I am a massive deal. I don't know. We're not that Mean Girl stands. Do you want to give your thoughts?
Yeah, I'll give my thoughts, my overviews. As someone who's seen Mean Girls a few times, but not at the same level as you. Like it wasn't as much part of my culture relevancy growing up. You know what I mean? Like I feel like it really kind of impacted some of you and the girls in our grade. Like I always remember y'all talking about it. On Wednesdays we wear pink. Like that was always such a thing.
Yeah. It was a huge thing. I will dive into that later. You go ahead.
Yeah. And so like I've seen it a few times. So like I thought it was a really good like updated version. And Twisted is a musical, which they did not really market it that way, which was kind of funny to me, which makes sense because musicals really aren't that popular amongst people. I love musicals, and so like I liked it, and so just know before you sit down to watch it, you are going to be watching a musical, but it's great.
Yeah, it's great. I agree. I did not think it was marketed as a musical. It's definitely a musical. The musical lover in me thought it was like sweet and definitely like a early high school, like middle schooler would have just like a guffawed over that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And so I loved it. I loved Janice. Janice was fabulous.
Janice was great.
Janice was great. The new Damien. I think that was the perfect cast.
Agree.
Damien was perfect for that. Renee Rapp.
Perfection. Always. Perfection. My daughter.
Honestly, just wish she would have been in it more. I just wish like it was. So, recap for people. If you didn't know, Mean Girls was, I think we talked about this previously. I don't know if this was just one of our conversations or if this was a conversation that we had just on the pod. I don't remember. Yeah. On the podcast. We're not that cheeky.
Yeah. It happens.
That you said, why is Tina Fey? Why did she make this? And I said, well, she actually wrote it with her husband. So all of this is actually like, it was like their own little love project.
I love that.
And so I thought that was really cool. And so on Broadway, Mean Girls has been on Broadway. Renee played Regina on Broadway.
On Broadway, right.
And she says it's like the gig that keeps on giving. I love Renee Rapp. I think she is the perfect amount of just like, not even the perfect amount. I don't even want to say that. I don't want to put that label on her. She just like feels really authentic.
Yeah.
And I hope the people protect Renee. Renee is LOL funny.
Renee, yeah, no, like I said, she is my daughter. I love Renee Rapp, and yeah, that's all I really have to say about it. I think that it was good.
There are parts of it that I could like totally live without.
Obviously.
Do you want to talk about the Pam of it all?
The Pam. Oh, yeah. So we start the movie, and it's like pretty quickly in Africa where Katie Herring lives. And cut to Pam Beesly's daughter, and I literally say, wait, is this a young Pam Beesly from The Office? And Katie's like, no, I don't think so.
I'm like, this is Katie.
I was like, she's in Africa. She's in Africa, obviously. And then 2 seconds later, who hops on the screen? Pam Beesly, folks. It was like, she looks so much like her. I wonder, like, how often she gets it. She looks like Pam. Like, if they were going to do a recreation of The Office today, obviously this girl would be Pam. I don't know who my Jim would be, but I'll continue to think.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe Jacob Elordi, because he's tall and lanky. Yeah, however you say his name. He's tall and lanky, like what's it? John Krasikowski.
Yeah.
He might work, and he's popular with the kids. So like, if we're gonna go that route and make it like Euphoria vibes, then maybe him.
Oh, that's such a good point. So yeah, I mean, I would like. I think if I was younger.
Yeah.
I would have really like.
It would have made an impression.
It would have made such an impression.
Now, let me ask you this. Do you think that your younger self would have appreciated the musical version or the regular version?
Well, you know how much I love musicals.
Right. So maybe the musical?
Probably.
That's fair.
I think if Mean Girls was first presented to me as a musical, and honestly, I think they could have worked on some of the hearing. It was hard to hear some of the words
I
sometimes.
agree. The music was sometimes too loud for the voices.
Yeah, no, I agree with that fully. And I think that if they would have done some tuning on that, it could have really like sent it. I don't know, maybe it's an issue with the sent to streaming version. Like,
well, they did have to cut out that joke about Lindsay Lohan and her
so
fire
stupid.
crotch. So
that was so funny. It was so dumb.
I know, but she was offended, and like I don't know if she has like say in that. But frankly, I didn't even need her in it, and people will come for me for that. But that's my other hot take. Like I didn't need to see her as the mathlete like
also,
host.
You said it best when you said, "I believe this Katie is an athlete."
Yeah,
I never believed.
Yeah, that Lindsay Lohan would ever be a part of the mathletes. Like she knew what like calculus. No,
right.
And I say that with love because I also don't know calculus because I never related more to what's the other girl's name?
Karen.
Karen, whenever they were trying to do math and she looks at them and literally just says, there's no way to know. I'm like, actually true.
Yeah, Karen was so LOL funny in this one.
Karen was so funny. Well, Karen was funny in the other one too, but like she didn't get as many like jokes, I don't think.
No, she didn't. And you know what? It's because she didn't get as many jokes. She really didn't. And like honestly, like that Amanda Seyfried, I thought from that role, I'm like, yep, she's dumb as a brick. Dumb as a brick.
Yeah.
And then in The Dropout, she made me think she was a genius. So true. Amanda Seyfried can just really act.
She's an actress.
She is an actress, and she doesn't ever get like her
flowers.
I don't think she gets her flowers as much. You know?
I do.
Yeah.
I agree. Well, she didn't she win something for that?
I don't know.
I believe she might have. So maybe she's starting to. But like I agree. I don't think initially when she was coming up, like she was probably considered she would be a serious actress.
Right. No, I agree with that. Yeah. I agree with that. And maybe she's like in the same vein as Anne Hathaway. Maybe she needs to have that kind of moment.
Yeah, for sure.
And like really lean in. Anne leaned in, and guess what? Anne's doing great.
Yeah, agreed. And my other hot take is Katie was just fine to me, but Renee was great. Damien was fabulous.
Oh, Damien was perfect.
Who else?
Janice was fabulous.
Janice was fabulous. I honestly didn't even care for.
I like that they were married.
I know.
That was cute. That was the cutest twist.
Yeah.
I love that Tina Fey was wearing her exact same clothes.
Yeah. Yeah, that was sweet. That was
cute. Like there were so many cute nods to the OG.
There were, for sure.
And do you remember the first time you saw Mean Girls?
No, do you know where I was?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, tell me.
We were together.
Tell me, where were we?
Me, you, and
Redacted.
And Redacted.
Uh-huh.
The other
Uh-huh.
Me, you, and that person.
Yeah.
Jax's wife.
Uh-huh.
We went to the movie theater in town that's now like the Hoptown Showbox.
Yes, okay.
And
yeah.
And we went there, we saw Mean Girls together, and she walked into the boys' bathroom, and I saw it happen, and I couldn't stop her. And I was just cackling. It was like the funniest thing that ever happened to me.
Oh my gosh.
Like in the 7th grade.
And the most traumatic thing that ever happened to her.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
The second time I watched it was with another person that honestly, that person's my E2 Brute.
Oh, really?
Yeah, definitely. E2 Brute.
That's so funny. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched with that person, and we had to watch Passion of the Christ after. So.
Of course. You had to make it right.
You had to make it right because I laughed at the gay man on the screen.
Oh, no.
And the girls were mean.
They were mean.
And my sister also had it. Hi, Cass. Had this on VHS. And she used to watch it in her little room with no door. And all that to say, we watched Mean Girls today.
We did, and that's our review. What else? That was not today. We watched it yesterday, but what else did we... Oh, Summer House.
Summer House. Summer House is a little old. Let's do a quick recap.
Yeah, quick overview, recap of Summer House.
Yeah, put me on a timer.
Okay, let's see.
What time is it?
You have... We're at 17 minutes plus, so go.
Okay, so I say the Summer House recap. It is just like the season for Lindsay to fester. Lindsay is just a festering little pig right now.
Yeah.
And she's all up Carl's butthole.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally going, are you on something? Are you on something? And obviously Carl is still figuring out like his relation to substance and like maybe his piece to like marijuana. He doesn't want out there yet, like fully in the open. People know that he smokes,
Right.
but like he's still trying to figure out like his comfortability with it. Like, it was like, is that like him smoking on camera? Like maybe he doesn't have that. He said he like is working with like a drug counselor. I think also like that could be like that not true, but I swear that he's saying he's working with someone like about that. Maybe it's just like a counselor in general. Sure. But yeah, like Lindsay's like just putting all his like ish out there, and like that's not what I would want from a partner.
No, definitely not. I
wouldn't. Think it's so disrespectful.
Yeah, I agree. And obviously we know it doesn't end well and it shouldn't end well. I just think that it's not shocking to me to see this play out the way that it is. And they kind of even cut back to Kyle Cook saying like at the reunion, like, hey, I could see this being an issue. Like Carl is only barely 1 year out of his sobriety. Like Lindsay, like I know that you are not drinking right now. Whenever you do drink, you become aggressive, you become mean, like you go for people's jugular, like it's not nice. And so like I don't know what that looks like if you decide to drink again. And now that we see her drinking again, we see her attacking his sobriety, and it's kind of disgusting, frankly. And
I'm wondering like if it's like her own insecurity just attacking him. I know she's insecure to be in the house with the girls, she's insecure, all that yada yada yada. Well, but now she's trying to turn everybody against Danielle with that too, like right.
Yeah, because anytime he says anything about her drinking, whether it's like, well, you're drunk right now, like we're not gonna have this conversation, like whether it's like to save them, she's just like, well, you've smoked today, like she's just constantly throwing it back in his face, like anything that he does. So yeah, she's obviously insecure about her drinking. I would venture to say she might have like some problems allegedly. I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't sound great though. If you drink and get mean, like I probably wouldn't suggest it for you.
No, like that's just
it's not
what's
a vibe.
The point?
Yeah.
It's not a vibe. Yeah, we want to be like fun, chill, woo, take a little edge off. And honestly, I'm pretty sure that's all Carl's trying to do with his smoking of cannabis is take a little edge off. I don't really see people get mean on cannabis.
Right.
They just get chill.
They just chill.
And so yeah. That's my like whole recap. Paige wasn't there. That wasn't fun.
Agreed.
So that was sad. West and Sierra. I think they kind of like kissed and stuff. So like cute. Danielle, you are a ploy in a. You're literally a ploy in a match right now. Be careful. And Paige is Italian, aka she's a slow burn. She knows what to do.
She will do what's right.
And we'll see what happens because I don't think it's going to be much with Danielle as it is going to be with Lindsay, and she knows Paige is smart.
Paige is smart, I agree. So they'll figure it out. But it's fine. I'm sure it'll pick up, but this episode was kind of a throwaway in my opinion.
Yeah.
It was kind of much more of the same. Like Lindsay's still attacking Carl.
Yeah, no, that's what I felt like I was watching. I was like, woo!
Yeah.
And speaking of, I think you're insecure. Since I sang that while ago.
Candace Dillard Bassett.
Yeah, I'm going to bring it back in to talk about last night's episode of Potomac.
Yes. Okay. So last night we got a new episode of Potomac. KB again asked if they were giving us if it was the reunion,
the finale.
The finale.
I'm like, is it the finale again? Because honestly, they're just trying to pack so much into these episodes.
Yes, but then you also had a really funny take. You said that Potomac was this like what did you say?
It was like an episode of appointments.
Of doctor's appointments, yeah. And like
Karen,
that's not why we watched The Housewives. Her getting her heart valves.
I'm so glad her plaque is getting less and less. I don't need to see Karen's insides like that.
No, it's too much. I was doing the dishes, luckily.
I would go to OnlyFans.
True, and pay her.
Right.
Yeah, no. Luckily, I was doing the dishes, so I missed that piece of
it. And why wasn't Vernon at the appointment since her health is
where
so
was Vernon Davis?
Where was Vernon Davis in the appointment?
Ray was there, though.
I still have questions.
Same.
Yeah, poor Ray.
Poor Ray.
So Karen was doing that. Oh, Nneka was getting an IUI. She really put it all out there.
That was wild. And then she had the nerve to tell her husband to hurry up.
Yeah, she told him to hurry up when they were literally like IUI, aka like sperm is going inside her, aka it's got to come from him. So right there, if they're doing it, he had to collect a sample. Thank you for saying it that way.
Yes, that is
she medical. She told him to hurry up in collecting his sample.
Yes, and I thought that was LOL funny.
I thought it was funny, and also like.
I'm like, first of all, well, if you're gonna come in there and rush me, like I didn't need you in here like that. Thank you. Right. But no, like, do you want our kids to be stressed? Like,
right.
Don't rush me.
And then, like, really, we saw the little Nemo swimming up to sea. We saw organisms.
We saw the sperm. They were swimming.
We saw his insides tonight, too.
Everybody's insides were outside, and it was a lot.
It was a lot of insides and outsides.
Yeah. Yeah. So then the next doctor's appointment we cut to was
Mia and Gordon in therapy. They're playing around in therapy. That is so LOL. Gordon said
that therapy
Gordon in
session.
therapy said tonight that he thought they had one of the best marriages that he knows of.
Right.
I was sitting there like Gordon has gaslit himself.
I need to know how they cut this therapist. I'm like, is this therapist even real? Is she listening at all? Because I had 10 rebuttals to 10 things that they said within 10 seconds. So and I don't even have a medical degree like that. So I'm just like, help them, please. Don't hurt them.
And Mia's looking at Gordon like.
Mia's like clinking her eyes, like blink twice, like she's Kate Middleton. She's trying to get out.
Mia is on her way out. She said, nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up.
Yeah, no, she's really something. Mia.
I had a principal sing that once at a pep rally.
Wow, legend.
It was bad. I can't get into it. That's going to sound so rude. anyways, yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant a principal that we had, and the only one I know is the one you know.
No.
And I was like, oh, well, I can't even see that for her, but that's funny.
No. Shout out Mucho Harto. G Money.
Yeah.
No, that was just the most whack. It was a whack therapy session.
Yeah, it was whack. I agree. I don't know that was a real doctor, but she purported herself to be one.
I think it's just to set us up for me to have the conversation with Gordon next week on camera.
That she wants to leave him?
Yeah, that she's leaving.
Yeah.
I wanted to leave him. I needed a reason. Yeah. And then cuts to next person. We have the other fake therapist.
Who?
Dr. Ken.
Dr. Ken and Candace.
Dr. Ken and Candace. Is his name Dr. Ken?
I believe so. I can't.
He's the therapist
I didn't verify.
on all of the Housewives shows.
Let's see. Therapist on Housewife shows. Okay.
We've seen him on Atlanta. So, anyways, she's talking about wanting to have a baby, and he's like, "Great, I love that you're loving this stage of life." And then he decides to be a little. It is
Dr. Ken.
Okay, it is Dr. Ken. Thank you for
Dr. Ken Counseling on Instagram. That's
perfect. Dr. Ken Counseling on Instagram. He went ahead and told Candace that it's her season to have a baby. And you know what it reminded me of?
What?
When people when you're not married, or when you're wanting something you don't have it, and people just come up to you and be like, "It's your year. It's your year." Right. Especially in those communities, you know what I'm saying? You picking up what I'm putting down, and you're like, "Is it my year though?" That's what you said last year,
right?
And the year before last,
right?
Whose year is it?
Every year has been my year, and it's not felt great.
Every year's been my year.
Yeah, no, I know. I thought that was interesting, and he was just counseling her in that moment. He wasn't really therapizing her. He was just like, "It's your year. You're gonna shine.
You can do this. Shine bright, shine far, don't be shy."
But she basically came out and said she was ready for motherhood.
Yeah, and I thought that was sweet.
Yeah, that was the big takeaway from their therapy counseling session.
Yeah, she was like, "I'm ready to have a baby," and I did think that was sweet. And I think Candace would be a fun mom.
I agree. I could see Candace being a really fun mom, even though her mother did hit her with a purse.
Yeah, but just because that happened because of your mom, it's just it shows you exactly who you don't want to be.
I know.
And Candace has really.
I said in the even though, in spite of.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying something else. Sorry. No. Sorry.
No, I was like, I think she would be a great mom, even though because exactly like you were saying, you kind of learn what you want, what you don't want, how you would be as a mother, how you wouldn't be as a mother, and
how actions really affected you.
Yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Candace, breaking generational trauma.
That's right, Candace.
I love Candace Dillard Bassett.
Me too. Interesting though that Chris wasn't at the therapy session. I did think
that was weird. I wonder what he was doing.
Especially because she really wants to be a mother, and it takes two to tango. So maybe don't tell the counselor. Maybe tell your husband.
Maybe she already had the conversation with her husband.
Maybe, but I would have liked to seen his point of view about it, because he already has kids too. Yeah, and she did say this is going to be part of her journey. She's going to do it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, and then we cut to Wendy's new television show.
Yeah, Wendy's new television show. That's what I'm saying. This episode was just ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. I think there was so much story that could have been told within these episodes, within the frames. But you know what? They really, they did not put their foot in it in the earlier of the season, and we're hardly having to cram all this in at the end.
That's true. Mm-hmm. They're just they didn't give us breadcrumbs like we told them to last time.
Right, breadcrumbs. Yeah. So yeah, Wendy's filming her show. You know what? The panel it was not what I was thinking it was going to be. I didn't think it was going to be like a panel, like couch based show. I thought it was going to be like more of one on one, just like Wendy's commentary.
Sure.
But the cut to it looked good. The producer telling her she didn't want to feel comfortable saying how much she spent on it, that was like uncomfortable.
Right after Eddie cut her a $50,000 check,
and we saw it on TV already. So it's like maybe the producer just isn't that familiar with like the Real Housewives, and like living under their rock and like showing like their job is to show us how much money they spend.
True. No, I agree. And yeah, I think a lot of franchises do that differently.
And you know what? I lived under a rock for a long time. So I say that all with like, I've just been watching Potomac 2 years.
Yeah.
I think I just said the producer lived under a rock, and like, as did I. So like, it would make sense that she wouldn't know, but like.
Well, and if she wasn't like super open with like her budget initially with her, like how was she to know like she had $50,000 that her husband wrote her, because she said the initial budget was 20,000. So if this producer thought that, oh, we have a $20,000 budget, well, we're at $30,000, like we're really over the budget, like I don't feel comfortable saying that on camera, like especially because that's Wendy's business.
Yeah, and that's true. And you know what, we don't know how much she had to pay the talent that came and sat,
right? Because
like people have to get paid to get started, and like to like shell out something like that to get started, like it's a little bit more when you're like inviting guests. So yeah, good luck, Wendy.
Good luck, Wendy, and her show. I haven't seen anything about it, but I'll try to research it and see if we can figure it out.
And people were also saying good luck too. Is honestly, do you know how Giselle's dad's doing?
I don't, unfortunately.
Yeah, it didn't say that he passed on the show. We got it to be continued. So we're hoping he is doing well and sending them the best wishes. And honestly, it hurts to see Giselle sad, because Giselle is such a light on that show. Yeah. Giselle's messy. Giselle starts a lot of drama. But at the end of the day, like Giselle really is like so much joy and light, and I like love her. So
I agree. And we can briefly talk about Robin. She's always the least interesting to talk about, but she did she's
starting a Glow 30 franchise. It's supposed to be around facials. I saw this post on Instagram a few months ago and thought, this is so interesting that Robin be like promoting a facial brand. My take on this is, Robin, have we not learned anything from the Kardashians? In that, like, it's one thing to put your name on the face of a brand, it's another thing to make your brand
like a licensing still. Like brand. It's different to have a licensing deal versus it be your own brand, be your own product that you source and do your own thing.
And I feel like she could do it because she has a little bit of background of it. She has
for sure the hats. She has the hats, exactly.
She's clearly business savvy, because she's the one that's been like not me giving Robin roses, because
but still,
I don't.
No, credit where credit is due.
Roses. Yeah. But I think she could literally do it, and I think she could be set. She needs to find some backer. She needs to make her own formula, because she's beautiful. She needs to market her beauty.
Yeah.
And make it roll. I like really believe Robin needs to market her beauty. Me giving Robin Dixon business advice. Robin, forget
Giselle
the 30.
Did have like a makeup line, and that didn't last. So I wonder if she's not gotten into beauty because of that.
Yeah.
But she could do it from a different angle. She could do like skincare. Like she could do an Alicia Keys, because she does seem more like, I mean, she wears makeup. I'm not saying that, but she could be more like, it's like a lotion or like that, a BB cream or kind of, whatever.
Yeah, and there's just something different about, I do think Robin's hustle is different than Giselle's, because Robin's hustle has to be different than Giselle's.
True.
I think Giselle was like, okay, enough. And I know Giselle works hard, and she like probably does lots of things, but I think also Giselle's like pretty set up.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe not true. Maybe I could.
Maybe not true, but I would assume.
But I would just say, like, I think Robin, like, well, I'm being nice to Robin for the last 10 more seconds, that Robin knows how to hustle.
Yeah, no, I agree.
She's had to do it.
Yeah, she did. She's done it. You did tease too that what did you tease earlier?
It was to be continued.
It was a to be continued episode. So the girls, they're all at the
GNA.
GNA, which to me reads Gina. Like Gina. In my mind, every time they cut to like their label, I see Gina.
Giselle and Ashley, they gave us sports, mostly leisure wear.
Yeah.
Question mark.
I
saw some like glittery spandex shorts.
Yeah.
They made the coochie look hot.
They made the coochie look hot.
That's exactly what Ashley said too. And you know what? Who remembers the Mary Kate and Ashley fashion brand from Walmart? Anyone? Y'all can hear me? I wanted it as a kid, but I was what they call plus size. So I could not really get many pieces of it, because They didn't make my size in it, but I wanted it.
I wanted
it. And you know what? Their fashion brand tonight really did remind me of some original days, Mary Kay and Ashley, when they used to like have it in the stores before the row, pre-row.
I was gonna say, so maybe G&A is maybe the low-key Alexander Wang. They kind of mentioned that, so maybe they're going to become like a bigger deal than their little Walmart brand, like Mary Kate and Ashley. No, they could turn it into $1 billion business.
I hope so. I think they need to invest in higher quality fabrics.
For sure.
I think that fabric is really one of the biggest things, because they had some decent ideas with clothing on being trendy, and those ladies love a trend look. I mean, look at their confessionals. All of their confessionals are just like about trend, and I think it will read to some people. It's not my name of the game.
Right.
It's not something that I would wear on a daily basis.
Sure.
But I don't think they're wrong. I just don't think it's right yet.
No, I agreed with Candace. Most of the looks kind of made me sweat. I was a little uncomfortable, but it's fine. Like, I don't have to wear them. They're not selling them to me. Oh, yeah, not only sweat, but like I was just nervous for them because I was like, this is not great.
Yeah. I'm saying it could be something.
There were moments, and I love that Wendy called out like, "Oh, you all made fun of my look last year. This is actually what you're doing right now."
That's what I'm saying.
It's trendy, yeah.
They're like on the trend thing. I think they could literally like do some fast fashion. I'm not saying it's best for the environment, but I do think they're gonna have to up that. Whoever's sewing that together needs to make it better fitted, and whoever's picking out those fabrics need to let them know that they need to go about 3 levels higher.
Why not? Material. Well, I agree. I completely agree. They need to up their like material quality for sure. But it was rough. I also think, why not? This might be a good jumping off point for them to like do a collab with a bigger brand, whether it be like Fashion Nova or someone like that.
Yeah.
That could like, it's like Fashion Nova X G&A, and then like we get like better quality stuff, or like maybe Fenty, like maybe I'm, like anything like that. No, I think
well, who does?
And Mia is in every Fashion Nova look known to man.
No, literally.
And
I feel
Ashley.
like Mia could negotiate a deal. Ashley could definitely negotiate a deal. We've seen them in their matching Fashion Nova looks last year when they went to the Steak and Lobster event.
Yeah, the strip club.
But so no, I do think that's like, I think that's where the opposite. So I gave Robin the opposite business advice.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where Ashley and Giselle should take a cue from Robin. They need to work with the franchise to really get like lifted and launched.
Well, and it's so different because of what they're selling.
Yeah.
And if it is going to be trendy and fast, you've got to have someone that can, like a manufacturer that can do that for you.
You do. And so I think that was something. So they were at the event, but the events ended. Giselle left to go be back with her dad.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to an audio footage. And actually I saw TikToks of this a few months back.
You did?
But there was no audio with it. It was just like 2 people fighting, and they were like, "Who's fighting?" And it said Ashley's friend and somebody else.
Which it sounded like Deborah, and it sounded like she was talking to Candace to me.
Mm-hmm. It looked like, so Deborah like approached,
aka Sesame Street character.
The Sesame Street character did approach Candace. She had no business approaching Candace. She had no business doing any of that.
Well, she approached Wendy first. I thought that was weird. Yeah,
that was so weird. And Wendy like
was nice, but swerved her.
Yeah, she was like. Wendy was so nice, honestly. Yeah. If I was Wendy, had a lot of class in that moment. And that's something I'll say for Wendy. She usually does have some class.
I agree. Dr. Wendy.
Dr. Wendy.
Classy lady.
Serving class.
Serving class.
I know people that were in her class.
Truly, we do.
So Dr. Wendy, the whole event, something happened. Sesame Street at the end. It's to be continued. We don't know what's happening. But I did see some footage, and it looked like somebody got into a fight, so we'll see.
We will see. But we say all that to say, that's what we've been watching lately.
Mm-hmm. That's what we've been watching. That's what we've been up to. I mean, we've been doing hair. We made tacos. We've been doing laundry. And it's a fresh Monday morning, so we have so much left to do today. But we wanted to bring you this and get you caught up, tell you about where we're at, and honestly, hopefully give you some more episodes this week. Please do not hesitate to subscribe,
to follow,
to rate our show,
do all
5
things.
Stars,
at least
5. I mean, 6
the bare minimum they could do.
Yeah. And we'll be putting out content all week. Hopefully you'll get some more video stuff. You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at the Couples Couch Podcast. We look forward to talking to you later. Love
Yeah, we
you.
love you. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.